Welcome to the Launch to Six podcast, a podcast about how you can launch your online business from 0 to 6 figures in 24 months or less, regardless of your prior experience. Now, here's your hosts.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Launch to Six podcast. I'm here with Tom, and in this episode we want to talk about YouTube ads. And it's a very unusual form of marketing. It's marketing that people aren't always aware of or they're a little less familiar with. I'm here with Tom, and basically want to just get into it really. How to get started with it. Tom, where do you want to get started with it?
Absolutely. Hey guys, hey everyone. When it comes to YouTube, there's Facebook and YouTube. So Facebook, there's a lower barrier of entry because it's image ads, right? So you've got a lot of e-commerce brands selling physical products and stuff like that. You have a lot of beginners that start on Facebook, but with YouTube right now, to keep it simple, there's a bigger ocean and there's more opportunity on YouTube, okay? And in the next video, we're going to talk Facebook versus YouTube. I'm just going to give it an intro right now to YouTube. If you have an information business selling digital products, selling services, you should be on YouTube. 100%, you should be using YouTube ads. But I know myself, I've done very well on there. Some of my friends, I've only just recently been using it. Some of my friends have been using it and making, 50 grand a month doing YouTube. Okay, that's pounds. So that's about $75,000. That's a lot of money, only spending about 30 grand, 25 grand a month. That's a lot. That's a great return on the front end. This is on the front end. So it's very powerful. YouTube is different because it's video. So not a lot of people are going to do video. So that means there's a bigger opportunity because less people are good on video. Not that they can't become good. Everyone is a failure before they become a success. But what I mean by this is most people shy away from YouTube. So they stay on Facebook. That means there's a bigger ocean on YouTube.
And how is the ad structure? Because I know there's some nuances in the way that it's written. It struck me with YouTube how powerful it was because of certain snippets. We were talking about the first 30 seconds of the ad not being paid for until click through.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, 100%, Thomas. So how it works, everyone, is with YouTube ads, if you run something called an in-stream ad, and that's when you're watching a video and you get interrupted, that's an in-stream ad. That's what I recommend you do, an in-stream ad. It takes about 2 minutes to set up, and the structure simply works like this. You only get charged if someone watches 30 seconds of your video or clicks through to your landing page. So that means is you don't get charged. If they skip before 30 seconds, guess what? That means you don't get charged. So you're only getting charged by people that watch more than 30 seconds are intrigued, or if they click, they're intrigued. So that means that you don't get charged. On Facebook, it doesn't work like that. You get charged by that impression.
It makes it
really powerful.
It makes it hugely powerful because you are qualifying your audience without paying for them, which is
do you also know what you're doing there, Thomas? You're building your brand.
Yeah, and
you're getting reach.
Yeah, it's huge. Getting mind space and reach is so powerful. And I mean, we talk about the difference between brand marketing versus direct response, and you are actually getting a bit of both in this. So it's a very powerful tool. The other thing to bear in mind, I mean, this is why if you are on YouTube quite a lot, you'll see a lot of marketers who are using YouTube, they'll have a qualifying question. And so it'll be like, oh, hey, guys, if you are X, don't skip this video.
Yes. And correct. And if you're not interested in growing your business with Facebook ads, skip the video.
Yeah. So it's
if your services
tool.
is not for beginners, you're looking for agency clients or you're looking for a specific person, if you are not this, I recommend skip the ad now. If you are it, please listen because I've got 3 things that will be very interesting to you that can help blah, blah, blah. It's just, and we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about how you structure these ads and stuff. But YouTube is very powerful. It's very cheap right now because less people are using it. The way these work, people don't understand this. Complete beginners don't understand it. It's a bidding platform. So the more people bid, you bid for space. You bid for space. You bid for your ad to show up. There's less people on YouTube. There's over 8 million active users on Facebook that are advertising. There's only a few million on YouTube.
Wow. It's quite a difference.
YouTube is the second largest platform behind Google. And guess who owns YouTube? Google.
So for our listeners, the guys, you guys who are just new to this, you're getting started, you're thinking about using YouTube ad in your new venture in the info space, or you've got an existing business and you're thinking of utilizing this very powerful marketing tool, this platform. I mean, key things that you should know, and just to summarize this podcast, I mean, one, this is a bidding platform, so be aware of that. Two, it's a blue ocean. There's less people on there. Three, the first 30 seconds, the first 30 seconds are not paid for. So you can qualify your audience, which is hugely powerful, and get your brand out there without paying for it.
Oh, it's massive.
Massive. What other points would you add to those first three, Tom?
I would say that is it. There's a couple of things you can do. If you have a YouTube channel, with a click of a button, you can connect to a YouTube channel and you can retarget everyone that's watched your video, liked your video, commented on your video.
Yeah.
So if you're putting organic YouTube videos, you can just retarget them. They're called the low-hanging fruit in marketing. The low-hanging fruit is, where is the opportunity?
Wow.
Where's the opportunity? And the video is different than text. Video builds relationship, it builds rapport, it builds trust, it builds a connection. You can't beat video.
So
it's difficult to beat video.
So you've got point 4 there, YouTube retargeting. So, or having an organic audience and then retargeting them. So that's huge. Massive. So the reason retargeting is so powerful, guys, is you've effectively got people who've already shown an interest. They're already signed in. They're always interested in you. They'll walk.
They like you.
That is massive. So, and as a final point, what do you need to set up a YouTube ad account? What do you need to do that?
If you have a Gmail, you can go AdWords, set up an account, do a dummy ad to get started. And then what you do is, the key thing with YouTube is you essentially, it's the same as Facebook. It's the same thing, but a different platform. It's very easy to set up an ad. You do need training on it. I have been trained. I've invested over $40,000 into learning this. You don't have to do that. You can just work with us. You can just pay us, whatever the small investment is to learn. You don't have to spend $50,000 to learn, but you need to learn how it works step by step, like anything in life, Thomas, right? Anything, you have to learn the basics. If you get the basics down and you follow a good video script, you can crush it. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that have crushed it with YouTube at humongous scale. You don't need to do that. You can start as simply as just beginning with, again, $20 a day, $30 a day to get going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep it simple.
Absolutely.
But get training.
Yeah,
get training on it for sure.
Too right. I mean, a great mentor of mine said, why waste 5, 10, 20 years trying to do it yourself when you can learn from someone else's 5, 10, 20 years and accelerate yourself forward? It's so powerful. But
if I want to learn boxing, I'm gonna speak with Mike Tyson,
Too right. And guys, so to just summarize ourselves off, point 1, you've got a bidding platform. 2, less users, you've got less competition. It's massive. The first 30 seconds, point 3, the first 30 seconds are free. So massive reach, massive brand awareness, etc. 4, you can retarget your YouTube organic audience. This is massively powerful for you guys who are using YouTube to put organic content out there. You've got warm leads, warm people there who are interested in your product, your service, you. And 5, it's as simple as setting up a Gmail account and following the process. Now, there is a process, so it's worth investing in your education around that. But guys, as always, please do check out the Launch to 6 Facebook group. Come join us, come say hi. And yeah, we'll look forward to catching you in the next podcast. All right, take care, guys.